Hello, everybody. I am your professor, Charles Comer, and if you are watching this, you are probably in one of my short semester courses, probably either a 7 or 8 week course in the fall or spring, or one of the 6 week courses in the summer. And these are very um, good courses. They go very quickly, and I've tried to adjust them and adapt them to these short semesters. And I got rid of some things. They are very demanding, and I just want this introduction to basically familiarize you with just a few very simple things that you need to look after in the course. The first thing that you need to do is to look at the syllabus. I suggest that you download it and print it out, and particularly look at the end, the schedule. It isn't a very detailed schedule. You will see that the course itself is divided into two halves. Um, and in my full semester course, I have units of study. Typically, there are only four. So unit one, unit two, then midterm, and then unit three, and then unit four, and then it's final. Um, in this course, I've retained those units by name only, but really the course is just in two halves. And there is no absolute reading schedule because the semester is so short that you really just need to be reading the whole time. So look at the schedule. However you want to deal with that, maybe either write down your own schedule for your own reading or whatever, or it's very basic. Um, just the most of the time I'm following a book or a few books and just reading a bunch of chapters in there. And I teach several different classes, so if it's comparative religions, it's pretty much in two books, um, a big textbook and then a smaller book. In Intro to Philosophy, there's several small books, and just identify those. It's nothing really that complicated, so I think you'll all be just fine. And the same way with ethics. Um, so uh, once you get that straightened out, then I want you to look at the course itself, which you've already seen because that's how you got the links to the syllabus. Um, Introduce yourself on the discussion board. That is going to tell me that you are actively engaged in the course. Um, there are no assignments right out of the gate. All of the assignments in the first half will be due by the middle of the semester. So if it's a 7 or 8 week class, it'll be about 4 weeks in. If it's a shorter one in the summer, it'll be about 2 or 3 weeks in. So just make sure that you introduce yourself on the syllabus. Now, once you've done that, take a closer look at the D2L home screen itself. There are just two main things on there that you need to take note of. One is the news feed, um, and the other one is the assignment board. The news feed will give you just large descriptions of the units that we're in, and what I try to do is conglomerate the if it's the first half of the class, I'll smush the first unit and the second unit information all in one big news feed. Just make sure you scroll up and down so you're not missing out the information that you might need. The assignment board next to the news feed will give you all of the assignments for the course, and I've divided that into halves. It will give you links to all the quiz material. You will find your study guides, and you'll also find links to the quiz. In addition, you will find the paper prompts, and the papers in my classes are usually led by a bunch of questions you still need to write in essay form and whatnot, but those will give you leading questions that then you can use to develop a paper. Um, and it will also give you a link to the Dropbox. And if ever one of the links isn't working, which sometimes happens, just shoot me an email and let me know. Now, uh, when you introduce yourself on the discussion board, you will also note that below The introduction discussion is one for questions. You can ask a question on there. If it's a pressing question, email me. I don't always check the general questions that go on the discussion board. I figure that's something that maybe students can help out with or whatnot. But if it's a pressing question and or one of a very personal nature, send me an email. That's the best way. And on that note, let me say that when you do send me an email, you have got to let me know who you are and as exactly as you can what class you are in. Usually I'm only doing a couple of these short semesters, so if you send me an email, just say, hey, my name is so-and-so, and I'm in your short semester ethics class or your short semester comparative religions or whatever, and I'll probably be able to figure out what class it is. The reason I'm asking you to do that is I teach several online classes in any given semester, and all of my emails get funneled and thrown into my regular email. And without that context, without that extra information, I have no idea who you are. So, and it's always a good thing to do anyway in the professional world. You need to really send emails that are a little bit more informative and not like text messages. So please do that. So again, the schedule in the back of the syllabus for what we're going to be reading, the news feed for any additional readings that we may have and any additional um, uh, uh, essays or videos or whatnot that will help you out along the way. Those will all be posted on the news feed. In some rare events, I will post some new news on there, but typically these are just large chunks of the halves of the class. Um, and then the assignment board, which will give you all the assignments. And again, all of the quizzes, all of the drop boxes for the papers, those are all of the tests and the papers for the first half. All of those are all open. I strongly suggest that you take those whenever you're ready and or submit the papers when they're done and whatnot. And I'll just grade them as I go. If everybody's sending me papers at the halfway mark, it might take me a little bit longer, but I certainly will grade them. But if you've written a paper or if you're ready to take a test, take it. Don't wait. It'll make things harder for you. And by all means, keep up with the reading. It is very, very important that you do that. I will stress that over and over again in my writings to you and whatnot. Don't try to do everything at the last minute. I've been down this road before, and the work never turns out that great. Maybe a small minority of you can. That's awesome. But generally speaking, I recommend you give yourself a reading regimen and try to read a little bit each night. So, and just keep up with the work as much as you can. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to email me. If you are having trouble understanding the work, I know philosophy and religion, sometimes these things are not easy. Email me and let me know. I have no problem at all with arranging a phone tutorial, or if you are a student around the Harrisburg campus, we can arrange for an office visit or something like that so I can help you out. It's very important that you don't wait too long to get clear on what it is you're reading. Otherwise, you're just going to continue to be confused. And I'll certainly help you out as I can. So anyway, again, welcome to the class, and I look forward to reading your papers and communicating with you and reading your introductions on the discussion board and so forth. Okay, well, take care, and I'll see you somewhere along the line by the end of the semester. Okay, take care. Bye bye.